Hello, welcome back to the Gamer's Tale. I'm Trent Gator. I'll be your dungeon master for the evening. Last week we had a very exciting episode as Lundgren Bask was used as a plant within the Saronicus cult, and after making contact with the locals in Giva, uh, they subsequently disappeared into an alley with him, and the rest of the party were able to determine that he had been abducted through the means of teleportation. However, his cover was blown. We don't know officially, but he woke up in a cold, dark place, and the rest of the party went and contacted their associate, Mr. Black, back at the Tricky Crayfish Arms Tavern, and began to search for him, finding that several of the known areas of Saronicus activity had been abandoned, either recently or within the last several days. And we'll pick up there. If that's for animals, Tread.
Oh my god.
I got a bored panther and a giant rat. Welcome back.
Okay, so we're starting with our side.
Yes, we'll start with the larger group first.
Tread.
So-
Do you have any kind of scrying magic, like scrying?
Are we starting in the morning?
This is somewhat late into the getting towards 7 o'clock during the day.
I will.
Getting toward evening or at night.
I can send some animals out, or we can wait till morning and I can locate creature.
You don't have locate creature right now?
No.
Okay.
Mr. Black is walking with you. Guess we have to try to see us a message.
Yes.
All right. To the preacher's inn it is.
Where?
The preacher's inn.
Okay. Lead the way.
He leads you through winding streets and a long series of places. You are brought to the Preacher's Inn on the more western side of the city,
No, I didn't.
which is kind of southwest of the church, edging more toward the opens, but the larger buildings within the southwestern part of the city don't really lend themselves as much to taverns. They're more not necessarily industrial, but higher class. They're not going to have as much open drinking establishments. It takes probably 30 minutes or more for you to rush across the city. And you arrive outside of a pretty standard looking tavern if you were in Saran. That says above it, the Preacher's Inn. Instead of going into the door, he goes actually around to the side. And there you see a couple of guys sitting in a circle, two of which are engaged in a game of dice.
I'm not going to play. I'm not proficient.
What are we doing, gentlemen? What? One of them looks up and says, shooting dice. Leave us alone. And he rolls it, and you see he's got... You don't know how to play, but it seems by the look on his face that he did something really great. And as he's about to reach for it, you hear this localized blast of thunder, and the dice suddenly just skip out from underneath his hand. He jerks back instinctually, and you see that Mr. Black has one of the strange devices that he had underneath his coat in his hand, and he's just kind of rotating some of it into position. And he says, I thought you said we were shooting dice. Now,
I see what he did there.
now I want you to tell me everything you know about the cult of Saronicus. Answers this man's questions, and he indicates Frederick with a small wave of his hand. And everything will go fine. or you will shoot more dice. And they won't be the bone kind. The guy looks like a little puzzled by the use of the term bone kind, but then he kind of realizes it. You owe me a new set of dice.
I will pull out a silver and hand it to him. There's a start.
He takes it.
All
So,
right. How are you doing today, sir?
I was doing fine until you blew my dice away.
That's in the past. Don't worry about that. Okay. Now, a friend of mine, very dear friend of mine, has been taken by this woman who wears a red. Was her cloak red?
It was kind of like a stole, a hood, and like those stupid kind of Peruvian hats that have the tassels on the side. They're only widened out into like tie link things that go down either side of the neck, but it's a hood instead of a hat.
Okay. I'll give a description best I can. Took my friend, just absconded with him, and we can't find him anywhere. Now, I've checked 2 locations, and I know he's, pretty decent. He's not within 600 feet of where I was in the south. Now, if someone, a lieutenant or so, in the cult or order of Saronicus, however you want to call it, was to take a prisoner, where would they take them?
Kind of screws up his face a little bit. How should I know? Probably someplace they couldn't get out of. I don't know. You hear from Mr. Black as another piece of the mechanism in his hand moves into place.
I'm gonna hold in my hand like, my dear friend, that's not necessary yet. I have something I can do. I'm gonna look back at him like, I'm gonna give you a chance to answer my question truthfully, not like a smartass, or I'm going to do something that you will not like.
Look, Saronicus's group after a couple of weeks ago seemed to get scarce in town, despite the fact that they still had a lot of their normal members running about. They kind of went to ground. I don't know why. They seemed to be living high on the hog up until that point, but they went into their more secluded areas where a lot of the working men, such as myself and my buddy here, aren't really privy to, nor do we care to know, because the more questions we ask, the more likely we are to keep our secrets, if you get my meaning.
Insight check. 21.
Other than the entrance of not dying, this guy seems pretty truthful.
And I'll turn to his friend because there's 2 gentlemen there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Turn to his gentleman. And what about you?
Hey, I keep my nose clean. I don't lose it.
Are you being truthful with me? Because I'll remove more than your nose.
Hey, I've had my run-ins with the guard and a few other places, and he kind of shoots a glance at Mr. Black meaningfully, and he says, I know how this works. As long as I'm truthful and don't hide anything, I should be fine.
Okay. Do you know anyone, any of your associates, who might know?
It's kind of looks down a little bit like he's thinking. And he kind of, you see, like he's counting off the associates on his hand, and he says, not that I know of. Not that I can think.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to eat my dinner. At the same time, I'm so sorry.
Oh.
Um, Is it? I was like,
I'm checking the stuff and I'm trying to find like the right thing of notes that I have because I got 2 campaigns going and like all of the things are starting to run together.
okay, thank you, gentlemen. You were truthful, so I will not leave you with any ill gifts, but I will give you another silver.
Exchange for the silver, you might want to check out Huzoga. He's in the southwestern, just on the edge of the Ritzy district.
Can you describe this gentleman to me?
Big orc fella.
Okay. Where could I find him other than a general location? Do you have like a he hangs out at this bar, he owns this store, this is his house?
He's generally just seen walking around. He doesn't seem to have any place where he lives officially or unofficially. Don't usually see him in the bars or in the stores. Usually he's bellowing out the great path of enlightenment that Saronicus teaches.
Okay. Should be pretty easy to find then. Thank you very much, sir.
And they go and try to collect what's left of the dice.
All right, let's go find this. What's his name? Yahwauza?
Who's open?
Bowser. Let's go find Bowser.
Okay.
You've just given up on correcting me. Just fuck it.
I mean, I play an orc paladin and other things, and I purposely sometimes mispronounce names because of his intelligence level, and I'm just going with it. It's this how the characters are going to do stuff. It's like, nope. The players are going to give their nicknames for certain characters. It's just going to be that way. Okay. Just got to find me something.
Oh, I'll just turn to Mr. Black. Do you know this gentleman that they speak of?
He looks at them without really his eyes not looking at him. He says, "I hear he is of some rank within the cult of Saronicus."
Let me check my notes. We're in Giva?
Yep.
Yeah, he is. He's a lieutenant. Get his information and then kill him. Aha. Okay, ready to go. Let's go find him.
All right. I'll have to check some contacts in order to be able to ensure his location, which I must do alone. I'll wait for you, and he gives you an intersection that's kind of near where you gather. Huzoga is generally seen to wait for
Okay.
him, and he kind of disappears into the city.
Okay. We will go and try and find that person.
Yes. All right. And while you're doing that, we can switch over to Lundgren's predicament.
Run!
So you're in a cage. You have manacles around your wrists. It's kind of dark lit in there, but the floor is cold and there are bars around you.
Like all around. So this is like a
This
cage.
is a cell.
Oh, it is a cell. Okay, so
It's a
like,
cell, yeah.
is it with a bunch of other cells or is it just for me?
There's only one cell in this room. There is it's kind of like a U shape of open air around it, and then there is a large door, kind of directly in front of the door to your cage.
So it was facing. They were facing it when they came over here to throw me in.
If you went out of the door of your cell, which you were looking at, the door out of this room would be directly in your line of sight.
It's a trap. Okay. I really. There's the smart thing and there's the stupid thing.
You are in a cell. There's a solid wall on one side and 3 sets of bars on the other side, and there's a door in the room.
Yeah. So, is there? This is underground, right? So I can't see if there's any light streaming around the
You
door.
don't know where this is. You were in a solid, cold room. You can make a perception check to get a little bit more detail.
I'm not sure. Well, I shouldn't say that. Let's see. Details. Perception. Let me drag this down. Perception. Whoops.
You're in a room. The floors are made out of metal.
That was terrible.
And the walls also seem to be made out of metal. There's also a very slight motion.
Slight motion where underneath my feet.
Just like us. Like when you were traveling across the sea, the inland sea, on the I forget the name of the ship actually. On that ship, when it was an extremely calm sea, you kind of got the same general feeling.
Oh no. Oh no. I think I know what that means.
Do
I
you
don't
know?
I don't want it to mean what I think it means.
I don't think it means what you think.
Well, okay, good. But I'm going to have to do some investigation outside of these manacles to figure out what's what, whether or not. And it's not like I can just waltz out of my chain and say, hey, guys, where the F are we?
Now, when you look at the manacles, there is a fine amount of engraving on them, or etching, shall we say.
Is it intelligible writing?
No fair. No fair.
Are they worded?
They appear to be.
Son of a pancake flipper.
Brad.
So they're worded. So they're magical. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
To an extent, if you look at it a certain way, they are magical.
Hmm.
There is a noticeably large box outside, affixed to one of the walls.
Can I see what's in the box? Is the box open or closed?
It's kind of like, it's more of a metal cabinet up above the floor. That is what would be if you were standing probably about chest level, and looks like it is closed
So closed, small metal cupboard
with a single door.
of a sort with a single. Oh boy, this is just getting better and better.
Where are the rest of us? Are we with him or?
No,
Yeah, I was.
he has been kidnapped.
I was nabbed. Thank God, alone.
Why is it thank God alone? It's
No,
better
I
to be
mean-
kidnapped in groups.
Well,
Where you can help each other.
Everybody else to be here. I don't even know where I am. Nobody does.
You do still have your helmet and some of your other equipment, but your scythe appears to be missing.
They took my weapon. Actually, it's just a keepsake from my land now, so I'll have to be getting that back. Okay, so I don't know where I am. I probably can't waltz out of here. I know I can get out of the manacles, but I have no idea what to do after that. Can I
How?
I don't want to spam perception. I also want to say, how do I figure out there's like one door in this room?
There are
Otherwise,
technically
I don't-
two. There is the door to your cell, and then there's the door to the room.
Okay, so that's it. I would have to go outside that door in order to figure out even where I was. All right, like it or not, I'm gonna have to do this. Okay, how many feet is it from where I am inside the cell to this door? Is the door open?
The door is closed, and it's about 20 feet.
20 feet. Okay, and I'm securely fastened as such.
Yes.
Okay. So,
Oh god, this is gonna go so bad.
yeah, I know, but I don't know how to avoid it because I don't have proficiency in thieves' tools and I can't just, I can't pick the lock. Well, I could pick the lock, but it would be a high chance for me to fail because I have no tools, and no know-how. So what I would have to do about the only thing I can do, well, I shouldn't say that. There are a couple of things that I might be able to do before I do something too stupid. Okay, so how about this? So you said the little cupboard, the metalish cupboard that's about chest high, is it closed or locked?
It is closed from your position. You have no way of checking to see if it's locked or not.
Actually, I do. As long as nobody's watching me, I could, in theory, cast Mage Hand to try to bat it about to see if it's heavy enough for me to do anything with, based on that. So that's what I'd like to do, actually, to investigate this, is to cast Mage Hand and just try to nudge it. Like, I know it's only a 10-pound weight, but if I could at least see if it was locked or not, I think that would be helpful.
All right. As you summon up your warlock abilities and try to feel the flow of your patron flow through you as you attempt to cast Mage Hand, there's a seeming break in your connection. Like you don't feel the presence of your patron.
I just forgot you told me 10 seconds or 10 minutes ago the manacles are warded. Oh crap. Well, that probably means I can't cast Dimension Door either. To try to get out if that's stopping that. If I'm stopped,
they're like anti-magic shackles.
if I'm stopped from my connection to my patron, I'm also stopped from using my abilities. So I'm pretty well screwed until either I find an alternate method or somebody comes to find me.
As a side note, I know I'm sorry, out of character. Keep those manacles; those could be extremely useful.
Yeah, right.
Before I had actually figured out that this was going to happen, I didn't know if it was manacles or chains or whatever, but if I could take them with me, I was going to, regardless, common or not. So definitely, I'm on the same page with that because I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do with manacles and chains.
Anyway, back to the task at hand. So sorry.
No, that's
No, that's good. That takes my mind off this. Oh, how could I not have seen this coming? Oh, man. Okay, so let me see. I got to at least try to see what else I have, like, in my... Oh, wait a minute. I have a vial of acid, 2 vials of acid.
Oh my god, he's gonna dump acid on himself.
I also have the burnish salve as well. I don't know.
You also could try to pick the lock.
I mean, I'm not going to play your character, but you can always try. Just because you're not proficient, and this is what I encountered when I was teaching some new guys how to play this. Just because you're not proficient doesn't mean you can't try. It just means
that you suck at it.
It just means that you have a higher chance of sucking at it.
A failure. Okay, I mean, I understand that. So, like, oh crap, you can't tell me that because that would spoil it. So, let's say if I tried to use my knife to pick the lock, I got a small knife on me as part of my scholarly jazz. So, like, what does that even involve?
Well, seeing at this point in time, the size of locks would be large, kind of fit for more skeleton key things. You probably could pick around and find the extremely large tumblers that are in there with a knife.
Okay, so like, what would I even click on for that?
You just make a dexterity check.
Oh, so
honestly, it would just
dex?
be. I'm sorry. I don't mean to step on your toes, Trent. If it was me, it would just be straight. Well, no, it'd be disadvantage dexterity.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I was about to look at his thing to see if there is anything in the skills that would be
Sleight of hand, maybe.
It would probably
If
be
you're-
more sleight of hand.
If you were trying to hide it.
True.
If nobody's in here with me, I mean, unless the manacles make a hell of a lot of noise, there would be
It does make sense that it is a dexterity check. And since you are not proficient, I will say that you have disadvantage.
Okay.
It doesn't mean you can't try it a couple times until maybe your knife breaks. Who knows?
Okay. So I'll just click on the big old dex thing over here and we'll go with it.
Okay. So
It's not bad.
you go in there, and it's also at disadvantage, so you roll a 13.
Oh, all right. I
Still
forgot
not
about
that bad.
Still not
13.
that bad.
Terrible.
You put the knife in, and you can put your hands through the bars. And you're not harmed in any way, and you're picking around with it, and you just barely feel like you missed it.
Okay. Cool. Uh,
You could make
gotta try
another
it.
attempt.
I know I'm gonna make another attempt. I'm just wondering about how to make.
Is there
Oh,
still a way to like take 20 or whatever the hell that used to be?
Take 10.
Take 10, yeah.
If you are proficient in a skill, you can choose to take 10.
Oh.
This
Since
time
I'm-
it takes even more effort, and it's like nothing.
Yeah.
Even
since
if you took 10, it wouldn't be enough in this case, unfortunately.
if a 13's not enough, 10's not going to be enough either.
Technically, you roll a 4.
No, I mean about the previous attempt where I rolled a 13.
Mm-hmm.
That's
What's your
still
dexterity bonus?
1.
Oh, you rolled a 12.
And that's only because I upped it to help with my armor. Oh man. Okay, let's try this one more time. Let's say one more.
You break the tip of the knife off in the lock.
Great.
Oh, man.
So I gotta.
I mean, he rolled a critical failure.
This is my favorite knife.
I mean, it's not like a
Only
lot.
knife.
It's probably about like that much of the end of the blade. You could save it again, but you broke the knife in the lock.
Okay, I'll write that the knife is broken. Okay, I've written that the knife is broken. Okay, so
My pencil? I was looking for that.
I got a couple of daggers. Could I do the same thing?
You could
Sorry.
use it. You also have a light hammer, if I
You're
remember
going to have to
correctly.
pick the broken part of the knife out first. And then
Not
Oh.
with the hammer, you don't.
Oh, okay, so could I like kind of like engraving, just kind of like pop the dagger in there and kind of like pop around with the hammer a little bit?
You could try to. There's a bar that goes into the door. This is the locking mechanism. You could try to wedge it in there and wedge it out, or try to bend the gap between the two so that the door opens. Because when I think of a light hammer, this is a small fighting hammer. It's going to have a large spike, and it's going to have a striking face. So it's more like a very angry claw hammer.
Okay. So, oh man, use that in a dagger. Do you mean that I should try to use it to either pick the lock on the manacles or wedge it in there to break myself free? Is that what you're hinting at, or?
I'm saying that you could use the hammer, as a pry bar.
Oh. But so we would forget the dagger in that case.
Yes. The thing is, the item is magical; it cannot be broken.
Oh. Oh, right. That's a blessed. I forgot that's a blessed hammer. I forgot about that magical stuff. Oh man. Okay, so we will try the other method. We'll use my celestial light hammer to try to whack it. So a straight strength check then, or
Phrasing.
what?
Phrasing.
You're trying to whack it.
Caleb,
I'm trying to hit my manacles.
Oh.
My bindings. I'm trying to get loose.
All right, so your manacles are kind of like handcuff size, and you have a hammer. I need an actual good representation. So the hammer is probably slightly longer than this, and you're going to be trying to whack something with your wrists kind of close together. It's going to be like that scene in Pirates Pirates of the Caribbean where Johnny Depp is trying to break the chain middle with the hammer and it's not really working?
Yeah. Does that mean I have to roll with disadvantage?
No, I'm saying that it's physically impossible for you to actually hit anything that is between your wrists with a
Oh.
hammer.
All right. So does
Unless you toss the hammer up in the air and try to get it to land on there, which I don't think would summon enough force to break the manacles,
Oh,
which
okay.
are probably magical themselves.
You said the manacles were magical, so I probably can't use a mundane dagger to pick it either, can I?
No, you could.
I could try. All right. So
But
then
you could also do something to the door as well.
okay, so the door is locked as well. So if I use my dagger,
You were just trying to pick the lock of the door.
oh, okay. So now we're back to the hammer and dagger idea. This is frustrating. Okay, so
Use the force.
I can't hit the if I can't hit the manacles, can I hit the lock on the door? Is the door lock magical?
You don't know. But there's also a large claw on the back of the hammer.
Okay, so I'll go turn the claw around so the claw faces the hammer, or not so the claw faces the hammer. The claw faces the door lock itself, and I'm gonna hit it.
Technically, you would attempt to slip it in there and pry.
All
Kind
right.
of like that crowbar that has been so helpful to you guys in the past.
Okay, so I'm gonna use my celestial light hammer to attempt to pry open the cell door then.
Yes.
Okay, so can I make that with advantage or?
Do you have a strength-based ability? Because it's your brute strength against this metallic lock.
I mean, I could make attacks with the hammer as far as that goes, but my casting ability is charisma, which doesn't affect that.
You're bringing in factors that don't really need to be brought in. Do you have any strength at all to try to muscle this?
14 strength for sure. Yeah, I have stuff.
Like plus
Yeah.
1 at least, right?
Plus 2.
Plus, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I could do that. It would offer a slight bonus, but I don't have like attacks except for hitting stuff. Okay, strength check.
This is literally you just trying to pry something.
Okay, that's terrible.
You try to put it in there and just kind of slips just a little bit.
Let's try again.
True.
All right, you wedge it in there and you pry it just enough to get the locking mechanism out of the place where it sits in, and you've bent the metal so that it won't go back.
Okay, does that mean I can try to put it
You
in?
You can push open the door now without any problems.
Okay, never mind. I'll push open the door with my manacled hands.
Right. It opens.
Great.
The door opens.
All right, so I'd hate to do this, but I gotta try to get out of here. Hold on.
You seem like every single action you take to try to free yourself is an inconvenience for everyone else.
Well, it is because they're it is only because like they're not here to help me as far as that goes. Not that I would want them here to help me because we would all be stuck here.
That would make it more of an inconvenience because now they're captured with you.
I know. That's why I said it didn't. All right, so the door is open, but the door that leads to the outside, wherever outside is closed.
Yes.
So I don't know if it's locked. I'm gonna go over there and then I can inspect it or something to see if it's locked.
Okay. It does not appear to be locked. This is a large metal door.
So
Kind of like with a wheel in the center.
large metal door, the wheel in the center. With the wheel in the center. Okay. Oh. Like so does it have like a crank on it, someplace I can grab that I need to crank for it to open, or can I just yank it?
The wheel can be turned and pulled.
Okay. Let's turn the wheel then. Turn the wheel. I'm turning the wheel then.
You turn it one way and you kind of figure out that which way is right, and kind of pull on the door, and you realize it's pushed a little bit, and you push it, and it starts to go out. Let me remind you that you are still manacled.
Yeah, I know. So it probably makes it more difficult.
Let me also remind you that there's a cupboard in this room still.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay. I want to go over and inspect that because I wasn't sure if it was locked or not.
All right, it's not locked, and there is some keys inside.
Oh man, I feel like a dope right now. Really, I do. Okay. Do the keys fit into the manacles?
There are a couple options. You do try a few, and they do unlock.
Oh, phew. Okay. So, yeah, I'm going to take all the keys with me and the manacles with me.
Okay. Are you going out of the room now?
If there's no place else for me to go, I mean, I want to search the room, actually. I don't think they would be stupid enough to keep my equipment nearby where I could get to it if I
You
have.
literally have everything but the scythe.
Well, okay, if I have everything but the scythe, I got to go find it.
Do you, though?
Well, no. Well, I want to go find it.
Oh my
But I mean, that's kind of at this juncture, that's kind of the stupid thing.
Oh, go, by all means. Go find the scythe.
Well, because I don't
The best adventures are started by stupid ideas.
This is true. This is very true.
Oh man. So okay, so I've got the stuff with me. I push open the door. What do I see? Is there like?
As you open the door,
Oh no, it's changing.
you see a large, dark area, and it's kind of dimly lit. You can see that there is a number of areas of light, and with deep areas of darkness kind of around you, and you can see there are a number of ladders and stairways going off, and there is a large bright light. I want to reveal that area. A large bright light over in this corner, and there is kind of a shimmering, kind of almost Stargate-like
Oh, whoa.
circular thing that kind of shimmers.
This
Is it bright light or dim light?
It is rather bright. You can see it from here.
Okay, I think I know what that is. Maybe. Oh crap.
wow.
Can Brock see this or no?
No one. He doesn't
No
need to
one's
see
there.
this. He's not there.
No, he's not there. I mean, I tried to share the screen with this particular window so
Oh.
he could see
You
it.
can just share the screen anyway.
Yeah, I can hear it. There's a gateway thing that's glowing.
Yeah, there is.
Okay.
We can see that.
Oh man. All right, so I don't think I want to go near that unless this is crazy. Oh man, I don't want to go near that if I don't have to, but maybe I do. Cuz there's ladders and okay, let's go up north here away from that for now.
Okay.
Roll for initiative.
Oh, don't make me nervous. How about now?
Speaking of which, time for you to roll for initiative.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God, man.
Called it.
Are those demons? What are those?
Well, yeah, what are
All of a sudden, as you're going, oh god, as you are going,
Throw the shackle at him, dude.
you see something that had been hanging from the ceiling drop down and begin to move towards you. It's very tentacly. It looks similar to the octopus form that Tritskala had taken on in your battle in the area or in the market, but It is darker in color and with more squid-like features.
So these tentacles, is it confined to its face area?
It's down to the bottom. It's on the bottom. It literally looks like a squid.
Okay.
Dun 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 dun.
Okay. So, oh wow. Okay. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
1 or 2.
2.
Okay. All right. Top of the round.
Son of a bitch.
One of the creatures begins to make its way toward you. You hear the scuffling noise as it. Why does that keep happening? Why does that keep happening? Holy crap. Scuffling noise as it moves, as its tentacles kind of tiptoe across the ground. Not tiptoe across the ground. You just hear like this this kind of light slapping noise, and somehow kind of fills you with a little bit of dread.
Yeah.
And one of the farther ones makes its way over to you as well, and they just start converging on your location.
Damn.
And one, two, three, four, 6. But it doesn't really seem like they're running. It's just like they're kind of pushing you off from the thing as they kind of float towards you.
Okay.
All right. It is now your turn.
Okay. I activate Radiant Soul. We can't screw around.
Okay, so your angelic wings break out of your appear from your shoulders and just shed light all over this area.
All right. So I'm going to. Okay. So that's my equal to my level, I believe, if I hit. So let's see. I want to cast Eldritch Blast on this guy.
Okay. Okay, that hits.
Okay, so it would be plus my charisma modifier if when I hit, and then plus 8 for Radiant Soul, but I think that's only for one attack. So plus 5, and then plus 8.
All right. So 8 plus 5 is 13 plus another 8, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. So 21 points of damage. 22?
Yeah.
13 plus 8 is 21. 21 points of damage. That's just with one Eldritch Blast?
Yeah, I have another beam. Is he dead?
You blast it, and it takes it full on. There's a lot of pieces shredded off of it, but it's still there.
Okay, so I'm going to hit it again. Plus 5.
Okay. It just disintegrates as you splatter it across the wall.
Okay.
All right. Does that end your turn?
I don't have any spells I can. Oh, wait a minute. I haven't moved yet. But I don't exactly know where I could move to. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20 feet. Let's try to turn this around. Okay. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. One of the things flies over to your backside and prepares to attack you.
Uh-oh.
As it comes by and tries to grab you, it just slips off of whatever clothing that you're wearing as you feel it's tried to grab and crush you.
To crush me.
Yes.
Oh dear.
I must break you.
Okay, I was right. It's only with that extra radiant damage, it's only once per turn. Okay, so obviously all these other things get a turn again then, or
Yes. One of them comes up to you where you are and attempts to attack you again. What's your AC?
16.
Okay. It hits.
All right.
You take 9 points of bludgeoning damage as it just grabs onto you and kind of starts to squeeze, but you are not grappled.
Okay. 9 points. So okay, I made that deduction.
Okay. The other one comes and tries to attack you as well. And it seems to go for your head. And you take 8 points of damage, and it gloms onto your face and begins to squeeze. During this situation, it cannot move, but you're blinded and unable to breathe.
Holy crap.
Blinded and unable to breathe, huh? Oh dear.
Okay. You're hear a muffled kind of as another one kind of starts to move toward you, and it is now your turn. You can make a strength saving throw to try to rip this thing off of your face using your action.
Yeah, because if I can't hit anything.
Well, Eldritch Blast shoots out from your hands, right?
Okay.
Yeah, but I have to roll for like
Okay,
accuracy.
but if you place your hands directly on the thing, and Eldritch Blast,
For my own face. I blast myself in the face.
Here at the Assisted Suicide Center, no, we're not doing that. But you managed to rip it off of your face.
Is this so like Tom Cat thing? Is it where the thing's on his hands and then he pries it off and it's stuck to his foot or something?
No, you managed to rip it off.
Okay.
man, I wish I was fighting these things.
Holy crap.
Okay. You have your movement and bonus action. Other than that, it would be
Oh, right, because I'm surrounded.
you can also fly.
I forgot. So if I were to like fly up, how tall are the ceilings in this place?
They're a good 20, 30 feet.
Okay, so let's
It's about
fly
20 feet.
up. Let's fly 10 feet up and then 15, 20, 25, 30. Right there. Does that work?
Okay, you're going to take some attacks of opportunities, but they will move with you if they succeed.
So they're like a homing device.
No, it's because their melee attack causes them to glom on things.
Oh. Okay.
All of them miss. Thank goodness.
Oh, good.
Oh, goody.
All right. It is. And that is the end of your turn. You're also 30 feet or 10 feet in the air, correct? Or 20 feet.
Something like that. 10 feet at least.
All right. So it flies up to you and attempts to make another attack on you.
To try to grab my face again, or?
Yes. And it misses, and you just barely like lean out of the way as its tentacles come and try to give you a hug.
Yeah. So, is there any way for me to determine what these things are?
No.
Just make them dead.
The other one's moving towards you. The another one starts to fly up towards you and tries to get on the same plane as you. The one of the ones that you try to escape now attempts to hit you, and it just grips onto your armor, and you're managed to push it off.
Okay.
The other one comes up towards you and from behind grasps onto your head, and the tentacles go over your face and mouth and over your nose as well, and you take 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Shit. How many hit points do you have?
About half. Well, a little over half now.
He has 49.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, it's now your turn.
All right. So, let me see. I'm trying to think if crud. You can probably see that, can't you?
I probably can't, but I used the wrong thing. Who's it?
Oh,
Is there like a entrance behind the ladder, or
The ladder goes up into another doorway.
so it's like not in the middle of a hallway or something?
Yeah, no, this is like a large kind of warehouse area, and there are a couple of ladders that go up into floors above,
Right.
and a stair, and the large glowing thing as well.
a large glowing thing.
Yes.
For some reason, this won't help me. Okay, so in order to cast Blight, I probably have to be able to see the target, don't I?
Hang on. Let me look up blight. Five E spell. All right. All right, it's necromantic energy washes over a creature of your choice. The range is 30 feet. The duration is instantaneous. It's verbal and somatic. Your mouth is currently covered as you're being suffocated, so you will not be able to speak the parts. So
Okay, so it looks like I'm gonna have to be doing another thing where I try to get the thing off my face again.
yes, you can make another save to try to rip it off.
Okay, here we go.
You fail. Okay. Do you want to do anything else on your turn?
I don't have any spells that aren't rituals I can cast as a bonus action because I used my action for that, right? Okay, let's see.
Okay. I'll say that you'll be able to fly a third of your movement speed because you have something on you and you can kind of guess where things are.
Okay, that's
But
sort of. But I
'cause
also
you-
have 3 of
because
these
you know,
or anything. So I can guess the layout of the room, you said, basically.
Pretty much. You know that there's something behind you and in front of you. You don't know. You can know that you can go left or right. You just can't really tell where it is. So, hence why you can only move about 2 squares.
Okay. But these 3 guys have still surrounded me, correct?
One's on your face.
Well, okay. What about the other 2? They're still around me, though.
Yes.
From what I can tell? Okay.
Yes.
So I don't want to do anything about provoking attacks of opportunity if we can avoid that.
I mean, you already have one latched on your face, suffocating you.
So if I could move 10 feet, I could try to separate myself from them and get the one off some other time.
Yeah, you can have one try to suffocate you for 2 minutes, which is like 60 rounds of combat. No. 6 minutes, 6 seconds divided into 20 rounds of combat.
20 rounds of combat. I don't want to have these stupid things around my face any more than I got to, so far as that goes. Oh, man. Okay. But I don't have any bonus actions or anything like that I could do, I don't think. So it's not, I don't have a fresh turn right now again, do I?
No, you can either move or stay where you are. This is one of those risk versus reward scenarios. You get more and more to smush onto your face.
Or try to get the one off me as I try to separate out. So 10 feet. So we can do that right there.
Okay. You bump into the wall, but it's still firmly lodged.
Okay. Oh, it's on the back of my head, right?
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
If you're going to beat your brains out against the wall trying to get this thing off.
You suggest not, eh?
No.
The thought had crossed my mind. Just briefly.
Okay.
Oh my.
You hear more of the movement of these things, kind of like strange flapping noises. And you kind of hear them in the air.
Okay.
Yeah, this one's on you.
So they can float or fly, or obviously.
One attempts to hit you, and it misses as you feel it kind of tug at your leg.
Okay.
Another one attempts to attack you as well, and you feel it glom onto your leg as you take 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Now one of them is on your face and one of them is on your leg.
Okay.
So I will say that if you dislodge one of them, you'll be able to see and breathe, but the one on your leg, it obviously is not trying to strangle you through your femur. You'll be able to breathe if he stays there.
Okay, that's helpful.
That was that one. Come on. Another one attempts to attack you and gloms onto your other leg. You take 4 points of damage. Do you get any damage reduction because you're Radiant Soul?
Damage reduction? Let me see. Causing my eyes to glimmer, etc. Let's see. No, I just deal extra radiant damage. And that flying and stuff. And my eyes glow a little bit.
So if somewhere were here, you see glowing through the tentacles of this thing's 2 little points of light.
Yes, that's right.
Just
It says glimmer, so probably faintly.
okay. So you got 2 things. All right, so
My
it's
face.
now your turn. You got one on each leg and one on your face.
This is hilarious. Not okay. So, if I were to cast Dimension Door this second, could I do it regardless of these fools or no?
Technically, yes. There are some things to go with that. If you want, all right, hang on. Dimension
Range is
door.
500 feet, and the damage would be, I think, 46 or 5d10. If I were to,
Okay. You use exactly the spot desired. It can be any place that you can see, one you can visualize, or you can describe by staying distance and direction. Oh, it's verbal. It's something over your mouth. You could not.
okay, so I gotta use my stuff again. Use my strength to get the one off my face.
Yes.
Blast it off your face.
I heard that.
You know you want to.
You might as well just say.
shows up scarring all over his face.
You might as well just say use the light hammer.
That would be cheating.
That's real quick. That's what I was trying to get at with the use the force thing. Use his. He has 2 beads of force still. You just
if I can't
blown it
see
open.
him-
No, when you were in the cage.
Oh, I could have blasted it open. Okay, that's true. All right, so I got to do another strength save to get the thing off in my face.
Yes, but you still have freedom of movement. Okay, you managed to rip it off.
Good.
It's not happy, but the 2 ones on your legs are even less happy, and they kind of start trying to make their way up your legs.
If we spoke a common language, we probably don't. I'd curse at them just for fun. All right, so now that I can see something,
You have your movement and your bonus action.
yeah, I know. Wondering if I should Dimension Door to get out of here, but then I'm a sitting duck once again as they do their swarming BS.
Well, you could get far away.
Yeah, true.
That's
So
light.
500 feet. So I could get like
Back
over-
where you came from and get the fuck out of there.
yeah, that would be helpful. But I don't technically know where this is. I mean, if I could climb up that ladder, I have the things like stuck to me, though. That's the problem with that, you see.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I want to kill these things, believe you me. But if I can't outlast them, I don't want to roll up another character just because I did something stupid.
I hear you, man. We're 8th level. Would suck to die at this point. Well, teleport to the fucking blue thing, dude. Maybe it'll get you the hell out of there.
Maybe. Okay, that would be 500 feet. That might also be a wisdom save. Oh, man. All right, so
Let's
let's go.
dude. I don't fucking.
Let's Dimension Door right between these sets of barrels. Can I do that? That's
Yes.
less than 500 feet, right?
Yeah. That is about 85 feet.
85. Okay.
From where you are to the giant circle thing is 105 feet.
All right, so let's go down here. Whoops.
You want to go farther than that, or you just want to go there?
Let's go here for now, because if that's glowing, that might involve a save. We'll deal with that later.
All right. The things don't come with you, as they're not willing. You're looking down, and the door opens behind you, and you get sucked into it and popped out the door between these 2 sets of barrels. All right. It is now these things' turn. They start to kind of search around for you. And you kind of hear one of them kind of starts squeaking just a little bit, like it's found you, and you hear more flapping.
Oh crap!
And you hear more flapping. And more happy squeaks. It is now your turn.
Oh, man.
And you're starting to hear distantly more of these squeaks, like there might be more of them coming.
Oh no! All right, so
Shit.
okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay. So you run away from the glowing portal-like object. Does that end your turn?
Yeah.
Holy sh!
Glowing portal-like object. If it's a teleport circle. Possible death from investigating that portal object is better than likely certain death from these fools.
You hear
just
more
need to get
flapping.
good.
You hear more flapping, and you see a horde of these things flying towards you. Is now your turn.
I'm gonna cast.
Get the
I gotta cast Dimension Door again. I got to. I know that's only
Can't
one
you
more.
just like dash or run or whatever the
Okay, so
You can move double your speed or double your movement
double
if
the
you
distance.
dash.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. Can get right in the center of this strange looking porthole turtle thing. All right, I'm going to dash over here.
All right.
What?
What?
What happens now?
Dog's being dumb.
Oh. All right. As you run at top speed toward the thing and just like jump into it, everything goes white.
Disintegrate and die.
And you hit and roll across a table and land on the floor, and there's a bunch of boots and shoes in your line of sight, and you're just kind of groggy. There's a heavy smell of tobacco and alcohol in the air. People looking down at you like, where the hell did he come from?
Had a bit too much to drink, fellas. Sorry.
You hear one of them mutter, I've had too much to drink, but I've never popped out of thin air before.
Your guess as good as mine. I'll be getting out of here.
Are you going to get up?
Yeah. Like right now.
You get to your feet, and you're in the Lucky Crayfish Arms, the front room.
Or whatever. Telepathically. Guys, can you hear me?
They're all the way on the other side of the city.
But you don't know.
Okay, so, but I don't know where they are. But I know that I'm here now, and that it's one of their a teleportation circle leads here to the Saronicus, part of the Saronicus hideout. All right,
No.
so or something.
This is literally just a bar, an open bar.
Oh, okay, so this isn't the Crayfish Arms?
This is the Crayfish Arms. This is not a Saronicus hideout, though.
Well, no, I know that this particular one isn't a Saronicus hideout. I was just saying that there's a portal from here to where I was at that is the hideout.
I thought you cast Dimension Door.
No.
When
No,
I was
he-
underground, I did, but then I just dashed to the teleport circle.
Oh.
And now I kind of sort of hate myself for that, but
Why? Fleeing is always an option.
I know fleeing is always an option, but it makes me look like a woos.
Those things probably would have killed you. They're tough little buggers, especially if they keep getting on your face.
Yeah, that was going to turn south pretty quick there.
Yeah. I want to fight him.
Definitely made the right call.
I'm
I know
being attacked by a bunch of octopuses that keep sucking on my face and trying to remove my eyeballs. I should stay here and fight.
You know how I am. That I wouldn't have done that if it wasn't the dead last option. So I just
Can we take a 5?
Yes, this is a perfect time.
Cool, thanks.
all right.
We'll take a 5-minute break. People can ask questions, make comments, other such things.
I'll take a 5 and mute myself too here for a bit.
This is all bullshit. That
It is.
whole thing was bullshit.
It was, but it was only made worse
Proud of
by
you.
his.
I'm proud of you for it, but bullshit.
Yeah. I was looking through the monster manual. It's like, this is perfect. This is what he's going to face by himself.
What were they?
They're dark mantles.
Oh, yeah, I'm
Jesus,
familiar.
That's a bit much, bud. That's a bit much.
It's just a small monstrosity. A challenge rating of half.
At first, I thought that was a fart, but then I realized it was a door, and I was disappointed.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, oh, hey, there's a portal. Can't go in there. It's an obvious trap.
It's a portal to hell.
Senor Vesusa. Come on. I know I had.
My Curse of Strahd game with my totally awesome character that I freaking love is ending in a week and a half.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just so like, I don't want to stop playing this guy. This is the one I posted on the D&D group.
Oh, the one that was hidden.
The Hexblade Master of Disguise.
Yes, there is. I really should check in on that. There's a guy I know who wants to run a Curse of Strahd thing for. And he's looking for players, and I thought about taking part in that because I need to actually play D&D for a bit and not doing 2 to 3 games a week.
Mm.
And he's going to be running it, and it's probably going to be on Monday. So obviously, if people want to join or figure out how to set it up, y'all are welcome to.
I've
Definitely consider it.
I ran a
Curse of Strahd.
Curse of Strahd game, and they're great, but it does require a bit of work. I don't have it right now, or I would
You mean join in or run it?
run it. Oh, wait, did you say that you wanted some to set it up and run it? Or
No, somebody else is going to be running it, but we're
Oh.
looking for players.
No. I have too much already.
I know the feeling. I have a backlog of YouTube videos because I've been watching streams. It's like I like hanging out with these people in the streams, and one of them I'm suddenly a mod in. I don't know really why, other than dodgy quotes to put into the quote machine. And it's like then I'm gonna have a because I'm assuming we're gonna run all of Curse of Strahd, and that's gonna take a while. I know, and it's like that's my Monday nights. It's gone. I have so much crap to do. Yeah. I really should check in on that because he wanted to do it in the next 2 to 3 months, and it's been like a month already. So, yeah.
I'll probably try to get in another game, but like I said, I'm just finishing a Curse of Strahd. I might want to try a different one.
Yeah.
I've heard good things about Storm King's Thunder.
I have also heard good things.
I haven't played it myself. I have all the material for it, but I haven't played it myself.
I'm really disappointed that the Rise of Tiamat and Horde of the Dragon Queen suck based on what people have said. I haven't actually played them, but from what people have said, they're terrible, and that's really disappointing because I love the concept.
Well, here's the thing, though. Like, I don't think any of the modules suck. I don't think there are any bad modules. I think people can have bad experiences with them that
That's
they don't like. Because honestly, if you look at the starter set, the Lost Mines of Phandelver, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you actually read through it, it is the most basic white girl frappuccino with the fucking Uggs on. The most basic module you can play, and it's a great mod. It is funny. It's hilarious. Now, I have not looked at the Rise of Tiamat, or what was the other one you said, Tread?
Horde of the Dragon Queen.
Horde of the Dragon Queen. I haven't looked at those myself. I have them. Haven't opened them. Haven't looked at them.
There's only like one module that I played. It was something to deal with, or one scenario I've played that was by the book, and it was trying to unpolymorph a wizard after his apprentice polymorphed him into a sheep, and it was fun. But the guy who was running it was literally by the book. If it says you take 5 steps here, you take 5 steps here.
See,
So
that's called railroading. You're on tracks.
well, he didn't railroad us all that much, but except when arrows shot out the wheels of our carriage that I had expertly stolen, which was kind of bullcrap.
How would an arrow shoot out your wheel on a carriage?
I know, but it's
I could see a ballista bolt.
yeah, it's one of those things where it's like that's kind of bullcrap, but okay. I don't want to be that guy, but I already just stole this thing out from under and convinced his character that he was playing as a guide that it was my wagon. That was beautiful.
Have we rejoined yet, or
we're still waiting for one more?
Ty, do you know that you're muted?
Yes.
Okay, I was making sure.
Any noises I was making were not audible.
Yeah, no, I remember you saying that you were going to mute yourself, and I was like, maybe he forgot.
I mean, this happens a lot in a lot of things that I've seen that have voice communications.
Yeah. True. Maybe I should unscreen share now.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Or maybe
Maybe you
not.
shouldn't.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
People.
something I just remembered.
What?
If it hasn't been 1 minute, I still have Radiant Soul activated, so I still will be able to, fly around to find people a little quicker, just a little bit.
Oh yeah. So yeah, not only did a guy appear out of nowhere, but he also had glowing wings and eyes in the middle of a bar.
That's inconspicuous right there.
He just pops out of nowhere. This actually helps with the story I'm trying to work into for him. So this is perfect. Out of nowhere, a glowing angelic form pops out of seemingly nothingness and wearing a pot on its head with glowing eyes and burning wings. Onto a table, onto a floor. Everyone's kind of like, they're not really sure that this whole exchange about drinking is still there, but they're kind of weirded out as you get up, and a couple of seconds later it fades because it's been about a minute.
Okay. That's fine.
Everyone's just kind of like looking at you like, what in the hell are we gonna do now?
Crap their pants.
It probably already happened. Let's be honest.
Someone did.
Do you hear just the faintest of farts in the background? Now we move back over to Frederick and the rest of the group. So in this course of time, you've made it to a cross section of the area, and Mr. Black has remade an appearance and informs you. Let's see, what's his name again? Uzoga should be in one of the. He puts his in air quotes farmers market areas on the west side of the city.
Let's go.
Okay. He kind of pulls back. He says, "I will be up within the rooftops."
Okay. Good luck.
I don't need it.
No, that was for us. Because you're firing something that we have no clue about in our general areas. Yes.
Bitch.
Good luck to us.
Fuck. Ah. Sorry, I'm driving. Somebody blinded me.
Oh, I thought you were talking to Mr. Black.
No.
He comes up with the most interesting exchanges in these D&D games.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Very creative, I know. Sorry, can you guys hear the wind noise, or?
Just a little bit ambiently, but it's just not as bad as some of the other things you've heard. All right. You see, kind of pushing amongst the
Can you give me a rough idea on this map where we are? Are we like here? Here?
You are more likely around here or this area.
Dang it.
Oh,
Moving in from the east side. Lundgren is not here. Brock is. As is Gretzkala.
Yeah.
Yo, we got a map.
Awesome. Looks
You know
good.
what that means?
Who's that? Yo,
That's
Lundgren? You
that's
lied.
Lundgren.
Who's that?
That's Yoan.
That's not Yoan.
Who's the one with the axe? Down
Yeah.
the southwest.
Southwest, that is the orc pushing his way through the crowds.
Wait a minute. Is this the map we used before?
Wait, no orc? What?
Perhaps.
Did I fall asleep?
Cheater.
No.
Hey.
We're gonna assassinate a fucking dude. You're gonna get to kill some shit.
I didn't know that we'd found the guy.
Technically, you haven't found him. You see him kind of towering above the average humans as he pushes around, pushes between them. In the,
Do we know it's him?
he's wearing a red stole-like thing, very similar to the woman whom you saw abduct or assume abduct Lundgren. I was wondering if anyone was actually going to notice the difference in this map. He's just moving around.
Sorry. Okay. Can I see him? No. Have I seen him?
I can't see the map.
You saw him. You say you're a bit farther, but you saw him kind of. He's a hard figure to miss. He's in bright color. He's in a bright colored hood kind of thing, and he's much bigger than everyone else.
Once I get like a clear like line on him, that's it. Like if he comes up here, right about here, or here, let me know because I'm gonna bum rush him. Until then, I'm gonna like start moving this direction.
Right. He seems to be making his way to
What
the
if
northwest
what if
of.
one of us just yells out to him saying that we have an urgent message from someone?
I have a
To get him
plan
to
for that.
stop, and then just
He gets right in
When he
that
gets-
line of area.
Okay.
Can you see now?
That's I'm
yes,
checking.
indeed.
Good.
Would you say that he is less than 60 feet from me,
No. Oh, yes, I would.
Trent?
Yes, the scale is accurate. He's about 25 feet from you.
Channel divinity, abjure enemy. He must make a wisdom saving throw, sir.
Fantastic. I actually have stats for this. Wah, wah, wah.
Wait. You said stats for all of them. What the fuck?
Okay. He has to be what, like a 17?
I gotta figure it out real quick.
Does a crit prevent that?
If it's a critical one, no.
Is it a critical 20?
Let me see. On a failed save. Okay, on a successful save, the creature's speed is reduced to half for 1 minute.
Okay. So he's moving, and all of a sudden, it looks like he's.
Oh, I
He
would
suddenly
at top of my lungs at him.
he looks at you shouting, and he starts to kind of shuffle away, and he's kind of confused.
Boom. I can clear. I'll say I got right there. I'm just chasing him. Just going.
Are there any civilians in the area?
There are several. There are a lot.
I'm going to yell at them. Everybody move! And just charge at him. Like,
Yell
get the fuck out my way!
Get him. Yeah, get him.
Okay.
I'm gonna full on charge at him.
Can we do the initiative thing? Brock,
Yes.
go up to the top, cut him off. With your fucking 40 feet of movement, you fucking barbarian.
All right. It's time to roll for initiative. Fantastic.
Blow
Barb train.
18, what's up?
Okay. 18.
Let me get on the freeway quick.
Oh, 25, this is bullshit.
He's got the +6 from whatever, whose dexterity and that staff he has. I think it was +2 from the staff.
I believe so, yeah.
But does he have the staff? Is the staff your primary weapon, Fred?
I don't really weapon all that much.
I was gonna say he's usually turning into stuff.
That's what I'm saying, though. Like, I think you have to actually have, like, the staff out and using it. I don't think you can just be like, well, I have it in my bag, so.
I got this stick.
I got it at the bare minimum. I have it on my back at all times, so it's on me minimally. I mean, if
You
you
also
really
have the
take 2 off of that, it's still 23.
yeah. You also have that scimitar as well.
Yes, that's what I've been using in melee mostly.
The shell one.
No, the big scimitar, the one
I
that
thought
has extra.
I forget if Yoan gave you the shell scimitar.
I believe he did.
He did.
I know we talked about it for like 3 weeks, but I don't know
That
if
is
it happened.
that is true.
All right. Is
I'm still
Lundgren?
working on.
Lundgren gonna roll initiative, or is he not?
Lundgren is not here.
So this
I'm more than 600 feet away from you
That's
guys.
not
This is all you.
Okay, roll 20's giving me issues. It won't open my character sheet.
motherfucker. I'll hit the button for you.
Eh.
All right.
Kablow.
Whoops.
Okay.
Oh,
Did not mean to do that.
sucks.
Then Tread randomly whips out weapon proficiency.
I'm just looking at like I can use this. I can use this. I can use this.
But you don't.
No, I just bite things.
I'm sure you do. Okay. Top of the round. Tread.
Yeah, fuck. I'm sorry. I'm cursing on your
I don't care.
your family-oriented stream. I can't
To
believe it.
assume
No
that
cursing
this
on my Christian Minecraft server.
to assume that this is
Dang it, we got too far.
How many civilians are between me and this dude?
they're starting to fill out after a fully armored man and a giant of a man just shouted at people.
So if I were to transform and charge him, I'd be clear.
It might be, but some people they're starting to be oppressive bodies, and they're starting to clog the areas. As the herd mentality dictates that they try to run away.
Reptilian brain states run from danger.
Quick question: who has the super giant sword?
Like what?
I do.
The really, really big sword.
The barbarian.
Oh, yeah.
The one that's too big for any of us to use.
Oh, yeah, the barbarian.
Is it too big?
I mean, it's yeah.
Okay, so it's a large greatsword. That's what I was asking for.
Have you
No,
ever
not the giant slayer. The giant slayer is not a large greatsword, but you do have a large greatsword.
Yeah, I just don't know who has it.
There's an anime called Berserk. Have you ever watched it?
I've
Not
read the
the shit
manga.
I know what you're talking about. Yes.
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
haven't watched
that
it.
sword.
Yes.
Not the shit on Netflix. That's not the real shit. I'm talking Golden Arc trilogy, 3-part series that will ruin your life. Trent, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, even the manga kind of ruined your life, but it's still a good story though.
I'm gonna assume I don't have it then.
That last 20 minutes though is just what the hell.
Oh yeah, the Band of the Hawk, the end of the Band of the Hawk is just like, okay, I didn't come to feel this bad.
But I imagined when you were describing the sword that it is that sword.
Pretty much. I was thinking more. Well, I was Siegfried's character in the Soul Calibur series is pretty much the exact same thing as the Berserk sword. So
I'm going to transform into a Quetzalcoatlus, which is a huge flying pterosaur.
Sounds like metric tons of fun.
You say that one again, pretty sure you should just call it Quetzalcoatl, the god.
Snake god.
At the end.
I don't have. Quick, spell Quetzalcoatl for me.
Quetzal. The word coat.
Just put something big as fuck.
And then LUS at the.
I'm trying to see if I actually have a token for that. Quetzalcoatl? What the hell? That is one of the. I need to get myself one of those, but that is the poncho thing. The triangular poncho. I need to get one, but
Triangular poncho.
yeah, like from Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Oh,
All right.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
So we're just gonna use this dragon.
That works.
Similar size, actually.
Similar shape too.
Yeah.
And it's got a fly speed of 80.
Or you could be the B-17 Flying Fortress.
I think I'll stick with the dragon this time. It's more my aesthetic.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're super scaly because I was thinking this thing had feathers.
I do believe the current scientific opinion is that they did have some type of feathers.
I
There's
know,
a
but
very,
you're scaly from
Yeah, I
the.
know. It's
a
just
very heated discussion.
that's my interest. Anywho, I'm going to fly up into the air like 5-10 feet,
Okay.
just so I clear all the other stuff. I can fly 40 feet to the guy,
Take a dump on him.
As,
and I'm going to.
as Tread is flying overhead, don't kill him. Just hold him.
You can control the token now.
Okay.
I didn't think I'd get this far.
30 feet. Okay.
Dog chasing a
So
car.
I'm going to fly up. Yeah, fly up, fly over, and blade attack him. I gotta fix my bite real quick.
Dog chasing a car, dog chasing a cat, dog chasing a tail.
Well, no, because if a dog catches a cat or its tail, it knows what to do.
Okay, chasing a car, chasing a truck.
Chasing a mailman.
It knows what to do
Well,
there too.
sometimes it catches mailmen.
Most men are male.
I fucking hate you. Oh,
Is this the only guy we got to worry about?
No, the civilians are gone. Maybe.
clearing out.
Just
Okay.
some.
Crap.
That. All right. So you fly over to him and attempt to attack him.
Yeah, I have a reach of 10 feet.
So you want to be 10 foot away.
I'm gonna be like 10 feet above.
Okay.
Oh, and bite down.
Yeah.
Okay. So does the channel divinity cause it to have advantage
On
against it? Against or
no, none of my enemies, none of my allies, excuse me, have advantage for this channel divinity. This one is simply like you're gonna stop.
Halt.
so like a
If-
goo attack so that
Yeah,
they're
if-
stuck in.
If he fails, he cannot move, and he is frightened.
All
Stop in the name of the law.
So I'm gonna miss.
Yes.
I'm like 10 feet in the air. I move 40 feet, so that's 50. I'm gonna fly 30 feet up, straight up from this point.
Okay. Let me just
And
put
I
some.
do not take. I'm already out of his reach, but even if I wasn't, Quetzalcoatlus has a thing where it doesn't provoke opportunity attacks when it flies out of an enemy's reach.
Yay!
Fun.
All right, so you fly in and you snap down. You just get it like right by his ear, so that he kind of recoils, but you miss, and then you fly all the way up.
So you're gonna drop a deuce on his head from 40 feet?
Can I try?
Make a Constitution save. You get a turtle head, but you just can't on command.
Damn. I'll use an action next turn to poop on him. I'm done.
Okay.
This is good use of our
Is
action.
that a bonus action or?
You're not trying to kill him, just humiliate him. It's Yoan's turn.
Oh my yeah. I don't know what the hell to do, man.
Can you cast hold person or anything to stop anybody from doing anything?
Well, I do have hold person actually. I was thinking about it and I didn't really know.
Just cast sleep on yourself.
Right. Yeah. Can I make it like? Can I go any further than where I am, or
You have a standard movement speed of, I believe it is 30.
unless I activate the blade song, then I get 40. I think
That's roughly you are
I'm only 15.
yeah, you're at like 30 or 35 for moving there.
Oh,
Well, his movement speed is half. What's the range on hold person?
hold
You have
person.
to see them.
Well, I know that, but I'm just saying if his movement speed is only half, if Yoan can wait till his next action, even if the dude,
60
the orc
feet.
flees this way, he would still be in range for hold person by the time Yoan got his next turn.
Okay, I'm gonna move you one because you didn't say you were activating blade song, so you're technically one square up.
Oh, I was two. Okay.
Pretty close though.
Can I activate it and get the extra 10 feet?
Sure.
Yeah. All right.
Because the thing is, this goes down, you would probably, turn
So
on
like
blade
what?
song.
5, 10 maybe. Is that good?
Yeah.
Like about here, or
To where you were was about 35 feet, so with 60 feet of movement, you would have an additional 25.
oh, I thought it was only 40 feet. He said, or no?
Sorry, that way, 60 feet was for hold person. So yeah, that's about 40 feet. Yeah.
Okay. But I wouldn't have an action left to actually cast the spell, though, right?
I believe it is if it takes an action to activate blade song, then no.
Probably. Okay. All right. I'll just stay there then.
Okay. Frederick, it's now your turn.
Come here, girl. We're gonna have some fun. Okay, distance to this gentleman. 5, 10, 15, 20, say 20. Where is he? Is this him right here?
Yes.
Okay, because your giant dragon bird thing is messing me up.
This doesn't do. This would be awesome if it did 3D mapping, but I just don't have that.
We don't want to pay for that feature.
So can someone point him out?
I love how we did that in good timing. I'm so proud of that, guys.
Same.
All right, so let's pretty stand. Let me read something about one of my abilities real quick.
Just deck him with your fists.
No, I have swords.
I have sword fists.
Swats.
You got twists.
I'm gonna flick at my swists.
Oh, okay. I know what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
All right. Let me see how many spell slots I have. I have 2, I believe. Yeah, because I cast Hunter's Mark, and we're back. Okay, so I have 2. I'm gonna do 2 attacks with Divine Smite.
Are you trying to kill him?
That's not the plan yet, but I figured he's got some health. He's a lieutenant. We're level 8. He should have some health. He should have a pretty decent buffer zone.
Okay.
Am I wrong on that statement?
You are kind of wrong. He is the lowest of the lieutenants here at Giva.
I'm going to hold off on Divine Smite to see what happens. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull
What's
through.
with the metagaming? Jeez.
Listen, nothing's wrong with metagaming.
You should have let him kill him.
And I'm going to use my Savage Attacker feat on the first one because it's critical.
Okay.
8 and 10, 13. I'm going to take the first one, so that's 21. Yeah, 21. 21 and 12 is 33. 33 and 7 is 40, plus 5 is 45.
Okay. So you just come in and you start cutting on the fool. Just gonna move that because I actually need access to the one underneath. You do 40. You said 41 points of damage.
45.
45 points of damage. So you come in, you cut him across. He cut him a couple of times across the chest, and you gauge the first strike a little bit too zealously, and it cuts deep into his torso, and there's this anime level of blood spray out from the cuts, and he crumples lifeless to the floor.
Okay. Now, action surge. Lay on hands.
Okay.
And I'll heal him for 5.
Okay.
Now
So, yeah.
he should be brought back to 5 health. He is alive and conscious. And I am holding him.
Okay. So he goes down, and you channel the holiness of, I believe it was Saint Chrysanius,
Saint Cuthbert.
Saint Cuthbert.
The
You channel,
saint of common sense and zeal.
and the divine energy flows into him and seals up his wounds just a little bit, and he goes, ugh, 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 ugh,
I'm going to shake him.
ugh.
And in my best Batman Christian Bale voice, where is he?
What? What? Where's who?
I assume he's on the ground.
Yeah,
I'm gonna is he?
yeah.
I'm gonna bounce him off the ground real quick, just boop, like 1 point. The man, where is he?
What man?
One more time. He should be at like 3 now.
Yeah.
Where's the lady? She took a man. Where is she?
What lady? What man?
Bounce him off again.
Uh,
You're running out of time. Where are they? There's a lady.
where's who?
You're a member of Veronicus.
Yeah.
Pull him up. Are you a member of Veronicus?
Yes.
Bounce him off the ground because he was smart assy.
Ugh.
Nice.
killed you. Yeah, I killed you. I have brought you back. I will kill you again and bring you back. I have no problem doing this all day.
Why are you doing this?
Bounce him off the ground. Lay on hands. Another 5. Dies for like a second. Comes back.
What? What? Why?
Okay. Gonna start over. You're in Veronicus. Yes or no?
I'm part of Saronicus's group. Yeah.
Okay. There is a lady in your ranks. She wears a red stole with a hood. And I'll give him just a basic description.
That describes a lot. Red Stole's kind of like our thing.
I know.
He indicates his own.
Yeah, it's a thing about y'all being lieutenants. I fucking know. Jesus Christ.
Who?
He's my buddy. He lives across the sea. It's okay.
He lives across.
It's a western thing. You wouldn't understand. But yeah, and she hangs out at the, what is it? Lucky Crayfish Arms?
Something like that. Hang on. It is. She hangs out
Tricky
in
crawfish.
Yes, the Tricky Crawfish Arms.
She hangs out in the Tricky Crawfish.
Oh, there's.
What's her name?
I don't know.
Bounce Moth. What's her name?
I literally don't know.
Bounce Moth.
While this is going on, I'm going to fly over to a larger section and land because I'm a giraffe-size flying lizard.
Okay.
We'll call her Susan for right now. Do you know where she is right now?
I'm just making my rounds, man.
Making rounds doing what?
Spreading the word of Saronicus.
I hate that. Bounce him off one more time. He should be at like 2, I think.
He's at 2.
If you can't help me, I have to kill you. You understand that, don't you? I've been ordered by
Probably.
the king and the order of Ithad.
Who?
You don't know them, but your bosses do. It's okay. It's a thing. You weren't even alive then.
Okay.
And with that, I'm just gonna just like,
I'm gonna walk up and curb stomp him.
wow, I'm doing my thing, dude. Chill. Yeah.
I don't like orcs.
Well, that's okay. You can fuck up his body later, but let me fucking kill him.
Curb stomp.
You can mutilate him. I don't care. I'm just gonna, since he's obviously very useless, I'm just gonna bounce him off. I'm just gonna fucking kill him, and then take his shit.
Are you taking off your pants to do this, or are you just like you kill him and then just immediately let one go?
No, I'm taking his shit, his property, the things he have on his body.
I
I'm
heard
using
The
taking
shit that he
aim.
left.
I heard
That's
The
taking
shit he
aim.
left in
I'm
his
trying
pants
to
when he
take-
died.
You severely damage his armor, but he has 3 javelins, a great axe.
Now that I've landed, I'll come back over to the group.
Okay.
I just needed space to get my wings.
You also still have a turret halfway out.
Pinch it off.
Oh God.
So there's this giant turd in the middle of the market.
It's at least softball sized.
Yes. It's probably more like football sized.
Yeah, look up how big a giraffe turd is. It's probably about that size.
I really don't want to know that stuff.
Let's
but okay.
Google
It's pretty big.
a giraffe.
Also, I
turd.
want to take a piece of this dude. I just want to eat a little bit.
You can eat a lot of it. You can actually eat the whole body if you so choose. But what about
Eat
his?
all of the organs and leave the turd in the rib cage.
I want to eat his. Not eat. Fucking shit. I want to take his.
Send a message.
I want to take his red skull and his anything Saronicus related that he has. I'm gonna take that shit.
Okay, he also has a little medallion that has the Saronicus star that looks like the one that the woman had, and you take the skull as well. There's also a book of Saronicus.
Ooh. Loser got caught with his handbook. He's fucked.
I'm just like ripping off a limb.
Is that all of it?
Yes.
Okay.
He also has 5 gold.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
we have too much gold to worry about. Just 5. We'll give it to somebody. All right, Brock, you can do whatever you want with the body. I'm done.
Are you
I don't give a shit about the body. I just wanted to curb stomp him.
Oh yeah, curb stop his body, mutilate his body.
He's dead
Burn.
now.
You
Doesn't
wanted
seem
to
good.
give a finishing blow.
You want me to bring him back?
No.
I've already
that's
eaten at
fine.
least one limb.
That's okay. I can still. The rules say nothing about me. It says nothing about him needing limbs.
He does have to still be alive, technically. Just unconscious.
I mean, if you've ate one limb, right? If you've ate one limb, that's an automatic critical hit. Critical hits count as 2 failures. So in theory, he could still be alive.
He's bleeding out profusely because I'm assuming you ate an arm. But even if you ate a leg, there's still a lot of arteries in there.
Yeah, I could totally bring him back for like 10 seconds. It's like, Brock, if you want to do this, let me know, dog. I got you.
I'm good.
Okay. Next one. I got you. Was he an orc or a half orc?
He was an orc.
I feel even worse now. I was only going to feel half bad.
I'm eating another limb now.
Okay.
Now he's dead.
All right.
Actually,
so
I'm gonna take one of his tusks.
Yeah, that's right.
that tusk love, man.
Fuck.
So you reach in as the noisily eating Treadscala is just gnawing off. Which limbs are you eating? Are you eating the arms or like a leg and an arm?
Good for arms.
One of each.
Okay, so a white meat, dark meat kind of scenario.
Yeah. Mix it up.
Okay.
Just kind of like rip it off and swallow it whole because no teeth.
Oh,
Interesting. As you're moving through the pile of blood, Brock, you manage to rip off one of the tusks. It's, of course, horrific, but you've seen worse. And you now have an orc tusk.
Brock has done worse.
Brock has done worse.
Yes,
There's
sir.
also a smell of Quetzalcoatl poo just filling the area.
Oh, I have an idea. I have an idea. Is Mr. Black on the rooftops? Can I signal to him?
You can try to signal, and you don't know where he is because, he's actually good at this.
I'm gonna raise my hands up and just, Mr. Black, he's dead.
You look around and you see kind of an amorphous blob that looks kind of Mr. Black shaped. Move on one of a couple streets down, kind of move around, and you see a light kind of pop up and it waves.
No, come here. I have an idea.
It takes a couple of minutes, but he shows up. Yes.
Should we? No, just stop me if I'm going too far here, Mr. Black. Can I just call you Black, or do you have to have the Mister?
Black
like,
is
I'm-
fine.
Okay, Black, because I'm supposed to be Sir, but like I don't care about that. But
Technically, I am Reverend Mister.
I don't think that's how titles work.
Yeah, usually you just go by Reverend. Reverend Master.
Anyway, do you think we should display the body?
It would send a message.
I mean, I was ordered by the king to just get rid of them. We were ordered by the king. So I mean, this is
Weren't
your
we
city, though.
supposed to be quiet?
No, he said nothing about being quiet. He said take out the lieutenants.
Okay.
I mean, do we want to just leave the body here? Let somebody else
No.
deal with it? Or do we want to burn it? Or bury it? Or...
I think we should hang it in the middle of town.
Oh, that's a good idea. By the feet. One
No.
foot.
By the foot.
Yeah, by the foot.
Now
No.
that he's armless,
Hang it by the neck.
Hey, maybe we can make him into a mannequin.
Let's not.
We can try and sell.
We could impale him up the ass.
Yes, impalement. Impalement. Good thinking, Brock. I like it. Yes, we're gonna need a very large pipe.
I
You have a
Clack
couple
my
of
beak a
javelins.
little bit.
No. I need bigger. I need like a 8-foot pike.
Oh my god!
I clack my beak a little bit.
8-foot pike, 6 inches in diameter.
6 inches in diameter.
Yes, 6 inches in diameter. Or radius. Which one's the one that's all the way across?
Diameter.
Diameter.
Yeah, diameter.
That's still a really big fucking pike.
That's
Like
like
a
a
small-
post.
That's a
Pikes are
small
still-
tree.
It has to support his whole body.
Then you're asking for
Not
a
his whole
large.
body.
That is true. I'll see
Okay.
what I can do.
With
I'll ask
three.
the council.
You could do it with 3. I just turned to Tread. Can you carry him?
I spear him through the chest and hold my beak up.
I don't know what I was expecting, and I got so much more. All right. Now, we got one down, but he didn't know anything, so now we need to still find fucking Lundgren. But we have killed 1/6 of the people.
I sent
just
you guys a
I'm just
thing
updating my notes.
in the chat just to show you how big this thing is.
How big is my turd?
Okay.
It is straight up a flying giraffe.
Nice.
I've already marked him and Omarin off my list.
Well, I have an actual physical copy that I keep.
Oh, look at you, being all fancy. I think the lady who stole him is Duria Orange Blossom. Did he give us her name?
No.
Damn it! Too late.
I mean, yeah, it is rather too late.
As he's missing 3 limbs,
Bring him back.
speared through the chest with the Quetzalcoatl beak.
Missing a tusk.
at that
Don't
rate,
forget
Jesus,
the
this is a
original
brutal
fatal
scene.
wounds of hacked
damn.
rib cage.
I don't
forgot
think
I had
he'd be able to tell you anything except
Technically,
I
since
don't
you
even
wouldn't have
know if
any
it would come
lumps.
out as that. It'd probably just be more like.
yeah.
Unless you had, what was it, Communion with Dead?
I forgot I had command.
What time we got? Shit.
About 10 Eastern.
Mr. Black goes and tries. He asks if you want one large spike or several pikes to kind of tripod him.
We need one for him, but I'm gonna need 6 in total.
I see what I can do. He eventually returns. I'm going to assume at a different location from here and a prearranged location with 6,
Oh shit.
Yeah, center of town.
6 of these spikes.
I'm gonna get it over there. I'm gonna look at Broxy, could you do your fire thing and like burn?
Burn, motherfucker.
Ooh, can I?
You could. Most of his chest is a hole from where he got speared, so you could use his face.
That works too. Just or his
Okay, I was
forehead?
just not sure if I could physically do it to like a person, even if they're dead.
Technically, we allowed you to burn a handprint onto a door, and now that his corpse is technically an object, you could
Okay.
do that then.
No, it's technically an object. Okay, then yeah, I'll right on his face, handprint.
Well, no. I was gonna have him. I was gonna show him the symbol for the Order of a Thought and have him do that in the forehead. I think it's like an eye, isn't it?
Have you seen a papal cross before?
Oh, that's right. I remember what you're talking. Yeah, that's it.
It's a papal cross with the cross on the bottom, or a crossbar on the bottom.
So like a little circle, cross
No.
with another line on the bottom.
Now let me freehand it.
What did you call it? A paddle cross?
Papal.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Papal cross. I don't know. Sorry, not Catholic.
I thought that was pronounced papal.
So it looks something
It's a cross with 3 bars at the top.
Okay, and then the one at the bottom.
that's that third crossbar should be a little bit lower, more like down here. But pretty much
Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
Okay, I can do that.
pretty much
Right.
something like that.
Right into his forehead or face.
Sizzles.
Oh.
Okay.
And then a
Fucking
one.
gross. It's stuck to my finger, man.
It's gonna stay. The smell's gonna stay there.
That's okay.
I'm just gonna stab him right up the anus with the big pike and hoist him into the air.
Up
Okay.
up that taint tooth area, out through the shoulder, preferably.
So, Mr. Black also provides you a small thing to put around it so that he won't slip all the way down. It seems like he's impaled people before.
I like this guy. We need to recruit him.
Isn't he dead?
No, the craftsman.
Oh.
A craftsman. He's not a craftsman.
Oh, no, it was Skythorn was the craftsman. This guy is just, he's got a strange case with a bunch of metal pipes that explode inside of it. Or whatever.
Yeah, that's
Accurate.
an apt description.
That's right.
Yes. Is there anything else, or shall I go back to my quarters?
Do you have any leads on any other lieutenants?
Not currently. It
Fair
is getting late.
I guess that's all we need right now.
Good evening to you.
Good evening. Where are we staying for the night?
I will be at the rooms I had booked at the Tricky Crayfish Arms.
Well, I meant us. Like, do you know where we're staying at? Or
It's not my problem.
that's very fair. You're so helpful, Mr. Black. So helpful.
I'm sure the church will allow you to either stay there or you can try at the Tricky Crayfish Arms or the Iron Preacher. No, the Preacher Inn.
Let's go. I have a good feeling about the Tricky Crayfish. I like that name. Let's go there.
It's very amusing. You make your way back to the Tricky Crayfish. During this time, what have you been doing, Lundgren?
Maybe some alchemy away from food and buildings.
Okay, so
Seriously, you don't know where we are and you're doing alchemy?
Well, I was planning on searching for you as far as that went, but I didn't know exactly where to go. I was just going to be wandering aimlessly as far as that would be.
I
But
think
I
it's
mean-
the best idea for you to just stay put.
Oh, right. That
When
works.
you're lost, that's what they tell you to do. Stay put. Help
because the
with
chance of you finding something that's moving goes exponentially unlikely.
Down. Yeah. Okay, so let's try to make some antitoxin.
Chad, I need you to make a listen check or a perception check.
Sure. Give me a second.
You fail to make anything. Just very faintly, you hear like a deep bell sound coming from the desert.
I look over in that direction. I am the size of a giraffe. I think I can see over roofs.
You can see over roofs, and you see the wall, which is probably twice the height of a normal building. They all seem to have very large walls in the Eastern Kingdom.
Is there enough room for me to take off?
You could climb on something and try to take off. Yes.
I will do so.
All right, you climb up there and you fly up. You see just as the moon starts to rise in this very narrow slash of light, this very small speck that to your trained hunter eyes looks like a bovine-like creature.
I head over in that direction.
Go cow!
As you get closer, you do see that it is a cow that has a skull emblem naturally occurring on its face.
I land.
It shakes the bell again. Ding, 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 ding. Skull Cow has summoned you. And you have answered. You have broken. As it says, as the words come to you in your mind, it shakes the bell. So it's like it's almost as if it's speaking through the bell, but you can hear words in your head, kind of like a second set of thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
And as it rings and jangles, it explains to you that the destruction of the crystal ball has it has thrown an imbalance into nature. The necessity of destroying the ball uh, will eventually bring um balance to not only the kingdom of Ultan, but throughout the four kingdoms, which you haven't actually heard this term before. You're familiar with the two kingdoms or the twin kingdoms, Sarand and Ultan, but it speaks of the four kingdoms.
I just cock my giant head a little bit.
It says, yes, the four kingdoms. You must learn of this. And it shakes a bit more. It says, now, return to your friends.
Nod with my giant beak and fly off.
And you just hear this kind of low, a cow moo. And as you look back, it's gone. You make your way back to Skull Cow. You make your way back to where you guys are staying because you heard them. You arrive roughly around the same time because it takes you a while to get across, but it also took you a while to fly to and from there.
Mm.
And you are now in front of the main entrance to the Tricky Crayfish Arms. What are you doing?
Okay. Well, I'm obviously going to have to change forms because I don't think a giraffe-sized lizard bird is going to fit through the door. So I'm going to turn back and look for everybody.
Okay, you see them. They're just kind of sitting there. Mr. Black has just walked into the place. And
I
he's totally not nonplussed with your guys' behavior, and he's just like, my work day is done. I am going to bed.
I go out to the group. I met with Skull Cow.
That's very nice, Tread. Very, very nice. I don't know Skull Cow, but
I told you about him before.
Actually, you hadn't. You hadn't mentioned anything about Skull Cow.
I met with the Skull Cow once before, and I just met with him again.
So we're all at the crayfish now, or crawfish, or whatever.
Yes, you're at the inn.
He spoke of the 4 kingdoms, not the 2.
Tread, there's only 2 kingdoms. Maybe he was confused.
You could make a, I believe the term would be a history check.
17. I might actually know.
You are familiar with a third kingdom that's generally not taught about in Sarand, and the ruins of another kingdom.
Fuck. There's only 3 kingdoms, but there is one ruined kingdom.
And what was it he said about the kingdoms again?
That the destruction of the crystal balls, actually, would bring equilibrium to all 4 kingdoms. But it throws a temporary imbalance into nature currently.
Okay. Skull Cow said that destroying the spheres as I did back in that temple thing will help bring equilibrium to the 4 kingdoms. What is equilibrium?
What?
It's balance, Tread. Balance.
Well, why couldn't he just say that?
You hear in the back of your mind, Skull Cow is why.
Oh boy. I just figured I should tell you guys.
Well, thank you. It's a little concerning that you're meeting in secret with skull cows in the deal. in the desert. Is there more than one, or is it just the one?
He's a nature spirit.
Can I do a history or some kind of check to see if I've ever read
I feel
about...
like this would be Arcana.
This would hang on. Let me just look at the character sheet. This would probably be either
Arcana or nature, maybe?
knowledge, nature, and knowledge arcana.
I'm gonna do Arcana. Yes, but I have a bonus of 9. Never heard of it.
You're aware of things that are magical, and some of those things are living. Maybe there's such a thing as nature spirits, but druids exist, so probably.
That's all Philly.
Okay. As you're having this conversation, you hear the break and tinkle of glass, and you hear distant swearing that sounds kind of familiar, coming from within some part of the Tricky Crayfish Arms.
I just get up and look around. Do I see anything? Do I see him?
Are you in the bar? Or are you outside the bar?
Me in particular, I thought I would.
No, I'm asking Frederick this.
Oh,
I thought we were in the bar.
All right. It sounds like it comes from one of the farther inner rooms, and it doesn't sound like it's like natural glass breaking noises in a drinking environment.
I will go to investigate.
Check around, and you find cursing in the corner Lundgren Bask. He's not poisoned himself. He's not acid burnt himself. He's just broken some glass.
Lundgren, what the fuck? When did you get out? How did you get out?
It's a long story. I cast prestidigitation to clean up the glass.
Okay, the glass is cleaned up. You notice that the ever-present scythe is missing.
Where's your fucking scythe?
That's why it's such a long story.
Well, do you know where they... I assume you broke out. Do you know where they were keeping you?
No, but I found a one-way teleport circle outside my cell that leads, strangely enough, to a table inside the bar. Which is where I ended up when I took it. My scythe is gone. I have some magic manacles and a set of keys. So, yeah. And there were these strange octopus things that tried to rip my face off, kind of, sort of. But, yeah, they took my scythe from me. It's a little more than a token now, but I'll get it back if I can. I'd like to get it back. But
well, we will get it back because we're going to kill them all.
I figured we had bigger fish to fry than my weapon as far as that went. So,
well, if we can find your weapon, we can find them.
Yep. So, what else?
Show me to this table where that portal, where you were deposited from that portal at.
Okay. I walk over to the place and gesture underneath.
You came out on top of it.
Oh, okay.
Like you got tossed from the air onto this thing and fell off.
Okay.
You kind of point at the area, and there's some people who are kind of drinking there, and they're kind of looking at you.
I make like I'm not doing nothing about it, and then mutter to Frederick, "It's over there." I had to kind of lie to those guys about being drunk, and sadly enough, I don't think they believe me. They should have been drinking some more.
I will approach the table and very politely ask the gentleman to find another table.
They agree without any hesitation. They just get up and take their drinks and go elsewhere.
Yeah, our party tends to do that to people.
You don't seem to feel like it's you that they're doing stuff about, though.
No, I didn't. It's probably the lizard man or the giant person, or
well, they're technically not
or
with you,
or the Asimar that was appeared out of thin air.
That's very fair.
All transformed.
I would go get Yoan and ask him to take a look at this, see if he feels anything, or if he could reverse engineer it to take us back to them.
Does any one of us have detect magic?
I do. I should. No, dispel magic.
Just
wait.
magic.
Yeah, detect magic. I don't have it memorized, but
You can cast it as a ritual.
yeah.
10 minutes.
We have time, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So you're casting detect magic as a ritual?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're sitting at the table, casting your magical identification abilities, and you get the sense that magic was used here within the last hour or two. Teleportation magic, very similar to what happened to Lundgren, but it seems to be an endpoint. You've studied at least rudimentary have a rudimentary understanding of teleportation. Is not your specialty, as you specialize in the blade song, but in your general understanding of how magic works, certain teleport circles go to other circles, and some go as launch points to kind of places that you know or places that are familiar to you or have been described to you. And this seems to be kind of like a one-way door.
Okay.
and that it seems to have worked here because Lundgren's last really known place to where he could think of was
Right.
here.
Okay.
So there's nothing technically magical about the table itself. It's just that it was there to break his fall.
Oh.
That's interesting.
It's not a permanent thing. It was just where it happened to let him out.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Never mind then. Let's rest for the night and regroup in the morning.
Okay. Do we want to end here, or do we want to keep going?
Yeah, I could.
We could end
Probably
here.
best to
No
end
problem.
here.
It's
All right.
it's a good stopper.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you for watching. We actually had someone in the chat who I actually know and who's a pretty decent dude. So check out John Bob on YouTube. He's a good streamer. He's also on Twitch as John Bob. So make sure you check him out if you want a dry Scottish humor and a lot of dodgy quotes in the chat. Without anything else, we will catch you next time as we continue the adventures of forging the Onyx, and cool music plays as the lights go down.